Hey guys, Crazypostman here. Well, if you haven't been following along with my Mammotion Luba journey, I've had a Luba 1 now. This is its third season. I also have other Mammotion products. I have a second generation Luba 1 and I have a Yucca also. So like I said at the beginning, my Luba 1 is going on 3 years old, or at least its third season this summer, and we're gonna need to do some maintenance. So I thought it would be interesting to share with y'all the process of getting spare parts from Mammotion. Now, I personally don't know if they know all my email addresses, so I'm hoping this is incognito and I'm not gonna get any special treatment because I'm the Crazypostman. So the plan is going to be, I know a couple of things that I would like to replace on my Luba 1, and you will see when we get there. Now, when I say when we get there, why do I have to go anywhere to my robot? Well, I have my Luba 1 stationed at my parents' house, and it's maintaining their 3 acres of land. I know 3 acres is more than Luba can handle, but there's a lot of places on their property that don't need mowed regularly, that my dad's able to take care of on the rider. But for the most part of the mowable areas, Luba's taking care of it all, and it has been pretty much trouble-free for the last 2 years. Now, I say trouble-free, there's been some software issues, and of course things come up that's not really Luba's fault, like stuff gets stuck in the blades, stuff, things like that. But I've had no hardware failures yet, knock on wood. That wasn't wood. I digress. Here's the plan. I'm gonna go pick up Luba from my parents' house and bring it back to my house so it will be close so I can do all this maintenance. And we're gonna contact Mammotion support and see if I can get the parts I need, how much trouble it is, how much it costs, and how long it takes, stuff like that. I do have another Luba 1, like I said earlier, and I got it in the trunk of my car. So the plan is I'm going to take their Luba and replace it with this Luba so it can continue mowing the lawn. Now, I'm gonna digress a little because I got a slight bone to pick with Mammotion. Now, because I have 2 Luba 1s, it's not an issue. I don't have to bring the charging station or the RTK for this Luba. I can just swap it out, sync it up with the other RTK, and we're good to go. It can use the same charging station. But one of my problems I have with Mammotion is every year they make a new RTK unit with each new model. So, and they're not backwards compatible or forwards compatible. My Luba 1 only works with the Luba 1 RTK. The Luba 2s only work with the Luba 2 RTK, and the Luba 2X, which is the new model for this year, only works with the Luba 2X RTK. So you have 3 different RTKs for no reason. Why are those not backwards compatible? I mean, they should be sending the same information to the robot. What gives? Anyway, that's a small problem because that won't affect almost anybody, because who's gonna have like every version of Luba besides the Crazypostman YouTuber? So I think I've wasted enough of your time on this intro. Let's get to my OG Luba 1 and we will get it picked up and get it replaced with this Luba 1 Omni here. All right, so we made it here to my mom and dad's house, and you can see both my Lubas sitting back there. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take OG Luba home with me so we can do a little maintenance, and I will show you the parts that need maintenance here in just a second. And we're gonna leave behind, there it is, Luba Junior. It's a Luba 1 all-wheel drive Omni here at the house to pick up the slack. So the first thing we're gonna need to do is get this guy powered up and connected to their Wi-Fi. He's been sitting in a storage building for, I don't know, 6 months or a year now. So I'm not even sure if its battery still has charge in it, but we'll go ahead and get him powered up and get him powered down here. You can see my little makeshift house I have here. If anybody's interested, I did a episode on this, I don't know, 2 years ago when I did it, but that's just a window well for like a basement. I picked it up at Home Depot, screwed a few blocks to the bottom of it to make it a little higher because it didn't quite clear it if it was sitting on the ground. So I made it a little bit higher, and there you have it. That was like $30, $35 when I did this project. It's probably more now with inflation. Let's go ahead and get OG here off the charger. Oh, interesting. It's not even powered on. You can tell it's not powered on because it rolls freely. If they were powered up, it would have resistance and it wouldn't roll. So not exactly sure why that wasn't powered. The temperature has been very cold lately. I'm wondering if they have an automatic power down if it gets cold. Don't know, but it was powered down. Okay, it should power up when it hits the charger. So after standing here like an idiot trying to get this thing to power up, I think I figured out the problem. The security key is missing. So we're gonna go ahead and grab OG's security key over here and pop it into Junior's hole over here. How much you want to bet it magically fires up now? Well, would you look at that? If you have the safety key inserted, it works fine. We'll keep that between us because that was kind of a basic mistake. So don't tell anybody I did that. So now I just need to do all the back end stuff. I need to get this guy connected to this Wi-Fi and to this RTK station, which is up here on the roof. There it is, up there on the roof. It's been living there for going on 3 years now. We just need to get these two talking to each other, and then I gotta remap the front yard. Let's go ahead and turn on OG Luba here so we can lower the blades down so I can show you what parts we need. We'll wait for Luba to wake up completely. See, now that it's booted up, I won't be able to easily move it. You can see there's a lot more tension, like it doesn't want to move. The motors have power to them now. So what we're gonna want to do is lower the blade deck all the way down. So to do that, you get the grass button and you double click it. You have to hit the stop button first. Okay, now it'll work. You double click it. And you have to do this 4 or 5 times. Let's turn it on its side and check it out. You can see this guy has been working out here for a long time with no maintenance. And it really does. It keeps up this whole property here, this backyard here, and this whole front yard here. And this is only half of the front yard. It goes on, you know, this much on the other side of the house. It's not really that low yet. Let's see if we can double click this button again. They're not moving. That's worrisome. Yeah, it's not doing nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, we might have found another problem. Those blades sure were not moving like they're supposed to. What we're gonna do is try to order cutting plates and those rubber pieces and then see if I'm good enough of a repair person to fix it. So now I'm actually kind of nervous because I have a new problem, or maybe something's just jammed up in there because I'm not here to clean it out all the time. So there could be a stick in there jammed. We'll find out that when I get it all taken apart. Yeah, we may be in for a bigger problem than what I thought. I thought I was just going to do some basic maintenance, and now the blade deck is not lowering or raising. So we'll have to get that figured out. So here we are, we're in Luba Junior's page, and it did fire up. It says its battery is at 100%. So if this is actually true, it didn't receive any drain over the last 6 months or a year while the security key was unplugged from it. But we do need to go ahead and get it connected to the Wi-Fi here. So now we need to go ahead. So this is the LoRa pairing code for the other RTK station. So I need to take a screenshot of that. It's always good to take a screenshot of it. The actual code is on a sticker, and who knows what's going to happen to that sticker being out in the weather. So we need to delete this. What we need to do is see if we can see the code on this sticker. And I'm going to zoom way in on it, and hopefully we can see it up there. Hang on, yeah, we're going to be able to see it. Let me take a picture of that. All right, so here we are back. We need to go ahead and, get this guy. Nope, this one right here. We got to go into here. Yep. Let me go over there and check that again. Oh, 193. Okay. It says status connected. There we go. Okay. Well, no matter what that says, we are connected to both Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. Hallelujah. So now we got to go ahead and delete these maps because yes, we need to reset. So everything is deleted now. It is currently backing into the station. I don't know if y'all can see that little picture. So now it knows where its charging station is. Now all we have to do is map the new front yard area, and I will be good to go back home. One thing to take note here, this is a Luba 3000. OG over here was a Luba 10,000. Not really. Technically it was a 5,000, but then some software got changed and now it's 10,000, but that's beyond the point here. So OG here is a 10,000. Junior is a 3,000. So hopefully we'll be able to map all this. We're about to find out. All right, so here's where we just ended. You saw those warnings there at the end that I was getting close to the maximum task size area. So used to, you could map all of this area here in one task zone, but they changed that with a software update for some reason, and then I had to start splitting it down the middle. I don't know what the actual limit is, but it's somewhere just about the exact amount of what this side is. But I was able to map it. We'll go into the map and see how much space I have left available. All right, so we got our two areas here mapped, and I don't know how much space I have left in the memory, how much more I can map here. I did Google that 3,000 square meters is 32,000 square feet. So let's go ahead and pretend like we're gonna mow here. Area 1 and Area 2 and see how many square feet that is. Oh, we've gone over. there is a little bit of safety buffer. They give you slightly more than 3,000. So I'm literally in the buffer right now. I cannot add any more. See, the old Luba did this front yard and it did the backyard too. With the Luba 3000 here, I can only do the front yard. The front yard is what takes the longest because it's just wide open areas, and Luba excels in wide open areas here. Now, there is one more thing I need to do, is I need to make a path back to the charger. So I'll do that and then we will head out. So I got everything mapped. I just did the channel from here over to the charger. So we're gonna see if that works and Luba can get back to the charging station before I leave, because I am 42 miles away from home right now. So we wanna make sure everything is working before I leave. I do have to say, I've used the Luba 5000 with those kind of front wheels much more than I've used the Omni wheels. The Omni wheels are much easier to use, I think, when you're programming, that is.
As I'm saying that, it gets stuck on the welcome mat.
It's stuck on the edge of the mat. We might need to move that mat over just a little bit. You didn't get there, buddy. You're gonna have to pull forward and fix it. But you're pretty straight now. You should be able to get it. Yeah, it's gonna get this time. Boom. We are good to go. I'm gonna replace his little house and get out of here. I'll see y'all back at my place. All right, so y'all join me back here at my house. You can see we got the OG Luba sitting here on the table. Now, even though I clearly thought I described what I needed to them, they sent me an email that says, due to the large variety of products and accessories we carry, to ensure you can purchase the correct item, would you like to please help me and provide the following information so I can accurately address your request? Number 1, device purchase proof. Number 2, a clear picture of the item you want to buy. Number 3, delivery country. Best regards, Mammotion support team. So, it looks like we're gonna have to do a little digging here, and everything we need is on the bottom. So let's go ahead and flip this bad boy over here. What we can see now that we're here in the light is these cutting plates is what I want to replace, and the rubber piece underneath. So let's go ahead and take these cutting plates off, and then we will look underneath and I'll show you the rubber piece. These screws are all full of debris, so you kind of have to clean them out, maybe with a needle or a toothpick or a sim removal tool. That would probably be about the right size to get in there and clean out that hole so you can use the screwdriver without stripping it out. What do I have here? Oh, this will work. I happen to have a push pin here in my desk drawer, so that's what we're going to use. These may still be stripped. All right, let's see if this is gonna work or not. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. I think I remember when I put these on last that I didn't put it on very tight because I knew it was gonna be hard to get off, so I left it a bit loose. And that's actually the same with these. I actually left them a bit loose. You can see it kind of flops around. But I'm not even going to try to take those off. So here we go. Got that lifted off. That's what the back of that looks like. There's what the front of that looks like after 2 years. You can see The the blades are pretty worn down. And now we're just going to try to do the same thing to this other side here. What the back side of that looks like. Crap under there. What that is, there's something wrapped up around this thing. You can see it right there. Is it just wood? It's metal. Oh, I know what this is. This is part of the old robot lawnmower wire that was buried. Obviously, the Luba ran over it. I don't know if that would have kept it from raising and lowering, but that's something. For some reason, they're not coming up and down. Oh, I see it. Look right here. I said there might have been a stick stuck in there. Can we get in there and see that? Let's see here. There's a stick wedged in there. Oh boy. How am I going to get that bad boy out of there? Oh, I think that was it, guys. I think this was the culprit, and you couldn't even see it stuck down in there. It took me in here in the studio bright lights before I even saw this guy. I bet it raises and lowers now. This side seems kind of stiff still. Let me look at it real close. Yeah, there's a stick in this side too. Oh my goodness. Guys, there's a stick on both sides. No wonder it wasn't raising and lowering. Oh, there it went. Now it's freely moving. Let's see if we can power this thing up and lower the blades now. Literally a stick stuck on both sides. Can y'all believe that? Crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the stop button. Okay, now I'm going to hit the grass button twice. Oh, thank goodness, they're moving, guys. It is not broken after all. That's all the way down. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pull the safety key again. So here is the other piece that I want to purchase to replace. Right there. It is very brittle, and actually from this angle, it doesn't look like it's ripped. You can see there's a small hole in this one, but it's actually worse than that. Let me turn Luba around here. So now you can see that this rubber piece is indeed just falling apart here. Now, this is a direct path into the inside of Luba here. So Luba is no longer watertight or dust proof if this little rubber piece here gets destroyed. It's basically damaged like that on both sides. You can see this other side here. I mean, it's hard to get a picture of, but it's all ripped open also. So now that y'all know what I'm trying to order, I'm going to try to order 2 cutting plates and replacement rubber pieces underneath. Now, I'm not sure that they're going to sell me these things because you literally have to take apart the whole mower. You have to separate everything and open Luba completely up to replace those rubber pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and leave you here, and I'm going to try to get these replacement parts ordered, and we'll see how long it takes. Today is Sunday, February 16th, and we'll see how long it takes.